Is it common for people not to use the parking brake? I almost never use the parking brake when I drive an automatic. I almost always use the parking brake when I drive a manual. I do it all the time and my girlfriend gives me so much shit about it. No one does that, it's just my reaction to parking and starting the car. Last step, first step is the parking brake. Lived in Atlanta, ga. A few people did it, but not most. Lived in Mobile, al. No one did it. Lived in Scranton, pa. Everyone did it. Seems regional. I only do it if parked on a hill or if I'm parking on an icy surface. Here in Brazil they teach you to always use the handbrake or parking brake, probably the same thing, but different names. Every single time. I would not even consider not engaging it. If I am driving an automatic and parking on level flat land, no, I don't engage the parking brake. I grew up in Phoenix, a pretty flat valley. Lots of people wouldn't casually use the parking brake every time they park, like in a shopping center parking lot. I didn't used to. The car ain't going nowhere, now I live in the Bay, and there's hills everywhere, and lots of places I park are on an incline, and it's automatic for me to do it every time now. It takes the weight of the car off the transmission. It's always a good idea to set the parking brake. I don't see a reason not to. Better to just be used to it and not need to and not have the habit of doing it. It doesn't hurt anything as far as I know. It's muscle memory for me, doesn't matter where I park, I always put the e-brake on. I think it's good to be in the habit. I'm never going to regret using the brake, but I could regret not using it. That said, I don't think that's the norm. My parents were very safety-minded. I've only ever done it on steep hills. I've also only heard it called the emergency brake. I didn't realize anyone with an automatic transmission used it regularly. It seems like an exclusively American thing to not use it and just put it in park. In Australia, I've never seen or even heard of anyone not using the hand brake. Everyone always uses it. My dad taught me to drive when I was 15, and he told me to always use the e-brake every time. It has been automatic for me to use it for the last 45 years because it makes sense. My ex-husband never uses it and would get so angry if we ever drove each other's car and I set the brake. Do you live somewhere with lots of hills? When I was taught to drive, the parking brake was for parking on a significant hill, that way it could act as a backup in case your brakes failed. Where I live it's mostly flat, so the parking brake is kinda pointless on a flat surface. I use it every time I park, hence the name. And here I was thinking that I finally found a stupid question on our not stupid questions, yet here we are. Equal amount of people going either way. Park brake all the way. Wouldn't ever consider not using it. If it's not for parking, then why did the manufacturer spend money to put it in the car? Of course I use it.